One critical piece on electrification, right, is the fact that often the best technologies enter at the luxury segment and then effectively find their way down. And we've been seeing this repeatedly. For example, BMW launched the i7, the iX, and then eventually launched the iX1. Speaking of BMW, many of you all know I've never really owned a BMW, hope to someday, but they hit a very, very critical milestone in India recently, and kudos to them. They did over 5,000 electric car deliveries in India, which makes them the first luxury car maker to cross this threshold, right? They did around 1,300 cars just in H1. Right, and a bulk of this has been thanks to the entry-level models that they've made. Effectively, you hit scale at some level only if you enter, the lower segments. They even launched a 4,000 kilometer charging corridor, stretches all the way from Jammu or right up to Madurai, and chargers are placed at every 300 kilometers. Now, the beauty of this, of course, is you can't really achieve scale if you're going to restrict it just to BMW. But this is effectively something which is a public charging network, right? It's open to all EVs, right? And it obviously, they pack a serious punch, 120 kilowatt to 720 kilowatt. So if you have a car that's capable and has the architecture to top up at 720 kilowatt, why not? This, of course, is in partnership with Statiq and Zeon. No OEM is going to build their own. What's interesting is the most successful EV model has obviously been the iX1, but the more expensive ones aren't far behind either, right? The i7 has emerged as the second most popular BMW EV. I'm not surprised with this data point because I've seen a fair number of i7s in Bombay, Delhi, NCR. As we say in our business, jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai. We've actually seen a fair number of these on the road. And I think the winning formula for them, especially when you talk about the 7 Series, is the i7 and the regular 7 Series don't really look too much apart, right? Unlike an S-Class with an EQS. Believe me, if the S-Class looked the same in its EV avatar, they would have sold a lot more of the electric S-Classes than they did the EQS, right? That's, as a loyal Mercedes customer, that's my take, with all humility. But anyway, this is an interesting bit. I think other luxury OEMs are obviously, nipping at their heels as well, right? Mercedes-Benz being the other, Audi pivoting completely towards electrification over the next couple of years. So a very interesting space to watch. I'm very happy that the government has not loaded additional GST burden on luxury EVs, right? I think that is required because only when they scale high-end technology does it find its way eventually to the cars that are 15, 20 lakhs in price. So this is a very good move that they've made. I just wish every state had zero road tax. The state that I live in doesn't. They still charge 10% on an EV, which I think is wrong. But Maharashtra, Haryana, UP, Delhi, NCR doing a great job by keeping road tax zero. So I think till we get EVs to a sizable percentage of overall sales, what that is anybody's guess, but I'm guessing 15, 20% of the total mix. Then probably the government could start saying, hey, you know what? The ball has started rolling. Let's now see if we can bring some controls to it. Hopefully that will happen sometime in the future, not anytime soon. But I think BMW's numbers very, very encouraging and goes to show that EVs are really, really catching on. Let me know what you think. If you drive an EV, let me know what your experience is. I'd love to hear about that.